Welcome back to Access Point Podcast, a podcast by high schoolers for high schoolers. We're back after a pretty long hiatus to give you guys a little bit of update on where this podcast will be going. And for this episode, we have our producer. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Caden Gee, producer of Access Point Podcast. I guess produce for this podcast, write some music, stuff like that. And I'm excited to be here today.
Okay. He's super cool. He does like all the heavy lifting. So thank you so much. For the drink of the day, I have apple cider in a teacup. It's so cute. Look, I also like to eat ravioli from teacups. Just, I don't know, fun fact about me, I guess. Essen.
That wasn't a fun fact. I don't think that fact was very
I wish
fun.
I didn't
Um,
know that.
yeah, me same
Yeah.
here. That was one of the most terrible things you've ever spoken ever. Anyways, I have water because water is healthy, and I just got my second COVID vaccine, so I need to be drinking lots of water.
I don't have anything. This isn't my house.
Oh, where are
Where are
you?
you?
Yeah.
A house down the street because
Oh, that
Mexicans are
house.
allowed. Yeah, yeah.
The special house.
I
Okay.
just I just own the. I bought the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just that rich, you know.
With your
Yeah.
massive musician income, right?
Yeah, exactly. I
You
just
don't
I just
starve
paid
in
it
this
all in
house.
cash, all at the same time. Just
That's crazy.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, as for what we've been up to lately, my summer's been so hectic so far. I've I was going to take a college course at Berkeley, but then it was just like registering for the classes where it was so complicated. So I switched to UCLA. Um, I had my first class today, and it was better than I had anticipated. So I'm hoping to be leaning optimistic for the rest of the course.
Yeah, Kaden, what are you up to this summer?
you know, I'm doing some music camps, like uh, advanced theory, which is pretty bonkers. I had my first class today. It's for the week, and we're doing stuff like songwriting and more songwriting. So that's pretty cool. I also got a job recently, like on accident. Um, Drowning kids, but don't tell my boss. And it's pretty fun. Yeah.
Do you
Um,
want to maybe elaborate on the drowning kids thing?
I uh no, probably not for legal purposes.
All right, that's fair. We'll keep it under wraps for now.
I mean, you just told the world that you were drowning kids, but you know what? It's
I
okay. We can move
well,
on.
this they don't
There's
have
no
details,
evidence.
right? So
Exactly.
what have you
I
been
mean, you
working
just
on
had a
recently?
verbal confession, but it's okay. It's okay.
I don't
As for
think
what I'm
that
doing this summer,
counts. Okay. Go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, no, it does count. He said, "quote I am
Okay.
drowning kids this summer."
Uh,
Anyways,
no.
as for
No, no,
what I'm
no,
doing
no.
this summer, last week for the whole week was speech and debate nationals. I semifinaled in my event. That was cool. That was fun. That was a lot of work, like 7 hours competing a day, and that was like
Nice.
4 days, so pain. But it was cool, interesting experience. On top of that, I started my first college course last week, which was international relations, and I have two more starting in like a week from now. So 3 courses. GPA go where maybe. I also have internships planned for political science related things, which I really want to major in college. Um, I also want to finish most of my college apps just so I could actually compete in debate in the first semester, because that's when we have interesting tournaments. And finally, jobs. I want to work at the Safeway that is like 3 streets away from my house. That would be awesome because it's 3 streets from my house. The commute is like nada.
Nice. Okay.
Nice. That's a
Are
lot of
you
stuff.
sup- It is Eston is known for doing a lot of stuff. Um, I had a question. Right, are you allowed to put your college courses for your high school transcript?
Yes and no. So the school itself, the high school, does not recognize it. I talked to like my counselor about this, but I talked to a college counselor, and they said even if your school doesn't recognize it, you could self-report and provide the transcript from the community college or whatever college you're going to, and they'd be like, yeah, that seems pretty legit, and add it to your GPA and your credits. So it's like life is good.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, my dilemma here is kind of just that pretty certain that I'm going to pass my AP Bio test. But the horrible thing is that the course I'm taking at UCLA right now is an introductory course, and so I'm probably just like repeating credits that I don't need.
You
But
took AP
whatever.
Bio, but then you decided to take introductory Bio.
It's molecular and cell biology.
Okay,
The
that's
the
different.
curriculum is really similar though. Anyway.
Different course title. Guys, it's a different class, I promise.
I know, but I looked at it and I feel it they actually cover I think slightly less than what AP Bio covers. So if anything, I hope I'm just going into it super prepared. Kaden,
Yes.
don't look at me like that.
I mean, that's just a lot of science. I could never.
That's a lot. That's a lot of science.
Yeah.
Ew. Science, dude, science is awesome. The nonprofit that I have is also we're planning on well, right now the thing that I'm most excited about our new event is that we're just going I get to just rant about the scientific stuff that I love. And you know, people are actually going to want to listen to me for once. That's very cool.
Because they have to.
Do you want to
No,
plug
because
that?
they signed up to.
You want to plug that, Zoe?
It's not happening soon, so I will plug it later, probably. But you know, stay tuned. Look up Matria, thematria.com. Okay.
Okay.
About another thing that we were supposed to talk about today is where we started as a podcast. And in my opinion, we didn't have a clear direction in the beginning. We kind of just talked about what was on our minds lately, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
100% agree.
Mm. So, I mean, in the
Yes.
future, yeah.
So like a little walk down memory lane, you know. So I heard Zoe and Eston here we're trying to start a podcast, and they're just gonna figure it out, record it, whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Why don't I leech onto your idea and become your producer? And these fools said, yeah, okay, why not? And then so here I am, uh, on the podcast, and yeah, it's been pretty fun. Um, uh, I was talking to Eston, and we were talking about direction of the podcast, and really, it really just started because Eston and Zoe just wanted to have time to talk to each other, and I think it's a really good place to start. And so with that, we built on it, and we started deciding it'd be uh, pretty cool to give a very honest view on how high school life is. And so that's where we are today.
Yeah. Um, to be more specific about high school life, we're all we're rising seniors at the moment, and the thing that's I feel at the forefront of a lot of our classes' minds is college apps and you know just trying to make a good future for yourself. I can't go a day without stressing about college at the moment, so that's probably going to be the bulk of what we talk about.
Yeah. Well, you know, we we do talk a lot about the future, but we're also trying to also talk about the present, and so that involves a lot of bringing other people on and having a lot of guests, so we can get a lot of different perspectives. And I think that's where we want to go as a direction for the podcast. Um, we're from here on, we're gonna try and talk to a little bit more staff, so we can exchange perspectives, get to know each other better, and so that means teachers and staff get to know us better and our worries, and we can know theirs. And I think building that understanding is both helpful for both parties.
Also, you might be seeing Caden a bit more. He's a very cool dude. People who are watching the video right now can tell that he's wearing tinted glasses. So, woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's wearing tinted glasses. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's tinted glasses is how you become cool. If anyone wants tips on
I-
that.
Sorry, Essen.
Sorry,
Unlucky.
Essen, you don't get to be cool.
Pain.
That's unlucky, really.
And that really just wraps up what we had for today's podcast. It was, a pretty short episode and whatnot, but we were just, trying to touch base, and I think that about does it. Since it is summer now, we are definitely looking forward to recording a bit more often. So I guess you guys have that to look forward to. With that being said, see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.